Did you know that Earth used to be a ball of fire? No trees, no oceans, just hot, glowing rock. It didn't always look like the beautiful planet we live on today. In fact, Earth went through billions of years of crazy changes, like giant space crashes, exploding volcanoes, and even the birth of the moon. In this video, we're going back in time to see how Earth became our home. Get ready for an amazing journey through the history of our planet. In the beginning, Earth was just a hot, molten rock, but look at it now. It's transformed into the beautiful home we all know today. Ready to dive into this journey? Let's go. Let's go back in time 4.6 billion years ago to when Earth was just a baby. At first, Earth wasn't very big. In fact, it was only about half the size it is today. But as the solar system began to form, things started to get interesting. As Earth grew, it attracted more and more space rocks. Some were as small as pebbles, and others were as big as grizzly bears. Eventually, Earth had gathered so much space debris that it was big enough for a giant gas giant to form around it. But don't worry, this wasn't the Earth we know today. This was actually a very different planet. At first, Earth was mostly made up of gases like hydrogen and helium. But as more space rocks crashed into the planet, things started to change. The intense heat and pressure deep inside Earth caused these rocks to melt and mix together, creating a giant ball of hot, molten rock. But Earth wasn't done growing yet. Over the next few billion years, it continued to attract space rocks until it was big enough to have its own moon. That's right, the moon was one of the last major additions to our planet. But wait, there's more. As Earth cooled, the water vapor in its atmosphere condensed and fell to the surface as rain. This rain filled the oceans and seas that we know today. But Earth was still a pretty rough place to live. There were still volcanoes and other natural disasters that made life difficult for any living thing. But over time, things started to calm down, and Earth became the beautiful home that we know today. But what about humans? When did we arrive on the scene? Well, believe it or not, humans are actually quite late to the party. The first life on Earth appeared about 3.5 billion years ago. These were tiny bacteria that lived in the oceans. For millions of years, life on Earth consisted of nothing but bacteria. But around 540 million years ago, things changed. Suddenly, there was an explosion of life. New species were evolving at an incredible rate. This period in Earth's history is known as the Cambrian explosion. But what caused this explosion of life? Well, that's still a mystery. But it allowed for the evolution of all the animals we know today, including humans. Humans didn't appear until about 300,000 years ago. And for most of Earth's history, we were just another species trying to survive. It wasn't until about 10,000 years ago that humans began to dominate the planet. Today, we are the most powerful species on Earth, but we're also the most destructive. We've caused many of the other species on Earth to go extinct, and we've polluted the planet. But maybe we can do better. Maybe we can learn to live in harmony with the planet and all its inhabitants. After all, Earth is our home, and we've been through a lot together. We hope you enjoyed learning about the amazing history of our planet. Don't forget to subscribe for more fun and educational videos, and we'll see you next time.